Today, I'm going to be showing you a complete beginner's guide on your Apple Watch. This video is going to include the setup process to get started with your Apple Watch. Then we're going to dive into all the incredible tips, tricks, and hidden features on all Apple Watches like the Apple Watch Ultra, Series 8, Series 7, and so on. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video, a complete beginner's guide covering the brand new Apple Watch and the previous Apple Watches. As you can see, this is my Apple Watch face at the moment. I'm going to show you all the face options and how to customize these later on in the video. But if we want to enter into our Apple Watch, all we have to do is just click this digital crown right here, just like that. And now we're actually in the home screen of our Apple Watch. I chose the grid view, so these are all the apps that I have that come with the Apple Watch. But the Apple Watch also gives you other apps that come directly through this watch, like the depth app that we previously showed you, the sleep app, the heart app, tons of options you can look at. I'm going to dive into all these later, but this is what the home screen of my Apple Watch face looks like. And if I want to go back to my face showing the clock right here, all I have to do is just click this again. And now it's going to take me back to the home screen of my Apple Watch Ultra. So right now, I just want to show you a little bit about how some of the buttons on the Apple Watch work right here. So for example, we have the digital crown right here. And on the lock screen showing the clock that I have set as my lock screen on my Apple Watch Ultra, if I twist this, it's actually going to increase or decrease the brightness depending on the moment in time. So if I move it upward, it's going to start to get dimmer. But if I move it back like this, it's going to start to get brighter. So depending on how bright you want your screen to be shown, you can just twist this digital crown here, and that's actually going to affect the brightness of your screen. I like it where it's at right now, but if you want to decrease this, all you have to do is just turn it down just like this. Now, next to the digital crown, we have the power button, which is right here. And the power button can operate multiple commands. Like I said, if you're ever in an emergency situation and hold it down, it'll call an emergency service like 911. But if we just click it once, just like this, it's going to show all the apps that are currently open on my Apple Watch at once. And like I said, with the iPhone 14 and other iPhones, you can actually clear your apps in just a similar fashion with the Apple Watch Ultra. So these are all the apps I have open at the moment, right? But if I want to clear these so I can save storage and battery, all I have to do is just swipe over like this and clear that app from being opened. So now they won't be opened anymore, so you can save some battery that way and just clear all these apps when you get the chance. And that's one of the tools with the power button, but there are a few more just to navigate, so let's dive into them. So if we hold down the power button this time, watch what happens. All these different tabs are going to pop up regarding emergency services. So for example, we have siren, compass backtrack, emergency call. We also have the option to turn off our Apple Watch by clicking this power button right here, just like that. And if we slide that, the power is going to go off and you won't be able to use your Apple Watch during the given time. But that's how you can contact emergency services and shut off your Apple Watch. Like I said, the emergency services are a brand new feature for all Apple products. I definitely recommend having those turned on so you can increase your safety and have help when you need it. So earlier on in this video, I showed you when we set up the action button, which is brand new on the Watch Ultra. When I hold down or click that action button, it's actually going to start a workout, and I can choose any of these workouts that I want to do at the moment. So watch what happens when I click this right here. You're going to see it's going to take me to the workout app on my Apple Watch Ultra, and now I can choose tons of options on this workout app to choose any of these. We have indoor walk, outdoor run, outdoor cycle, tons of options to choose from. Essentially any workout you want to do, you can find on your Apple Watch Ultra. This is also the same case with the Apple Watch Series 8 and previous Apple Watches. The fitness app is a great tool because it offers almost every single workout you can imagine right here on this app. They even have basketball and like soccer. It's super cool. So that's my action button. Like I said, you can customize this later on or depending on what you want to have that action button do. But this is mine right here. It takes me to my workouts, but it's a super cool feature that I brought to the table with the Apple Watch Ultra. Also on the home screen of your Apple Watch Ultra, if you use the digital crown and move it downwards like this, you're going to see it start to zoom out and show all the apps at once in a broader view. But to navigate your Apple Watch and go into certain apps, say you want to use your digital crown right here. So for example, if we go to the activity app, which is right here, this bullseye icon right here, and we zoom in on our digital crown like this, it's going to take me right into that app. And this is the same case for all these apps. So if you're using the home screen on your Apple Watch Ultra and you want to go to a specific app, just center that in the middle of your home screen right here and just scroll with your digital crown to enter that app, or you can just click on it depending on what you want to do. It's completely up to your preference. There's a few other features you can see right through your lock screen of your Apple Watch. So for example, if we scroll down like this, you're going to see it's going to take me to all the notifications that I've received at the moment. I don't have a ton right here, but whenever you receive a notification, there's going to be a little red tab that pops up at the top of your Apple Watch's screen, signifying that you got a new notification. And all you have to do is just scroll down like this, and you're going to see that notification right here, and you just click on it. Right now, I only have Raise to Speak from Siri. And if you want to clear all these notifications, you just click Clear All right here, just like this. Alternatively, if you scroll upwards like this, it's going to take you to the control center of your Apple Watch Ultra. If you have an iPhone, you know how to navigate that and find the control center on that device. But this is how you get to the control center on your Apple Watch Ultra. There's a few of these features I want to talk about because they come in super handy. And just to get an idea of how to use the control center, I'm going to walk you through a few of these. So the first feature I want to talk about in the control center is our Wi-Fi. So this is pretty self-explanatory. When you get your iPhone and Apple Watch Ultra, just make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi. When you set up the Apple Watch Ultra, it's going to automatically connect to the Wi-Fi that your iPhone's connected to, but just make sure that's turned on so you can access all the other features that come with this iPhone and Apple Watch. This icon right here is actually essentially a ringer for your iPhone. So say you lose your iPhone and you can't locate it at the moment. If you click this button right here, you're actually going to signify an alarm that comes directly through your iPhone so you can easily find that. So if I click on this, listen to the iPhone in the background, you're going to hear the signal right here. And just like that, that shows you can help you find your iPhone when you need it. We can turn that off right here. And then next we have battery. So like I previously mentioned, the Apple Watch Ultra has a very improved battery life compared to previous Apple Watches. But if you just click on this in the control center right here, it's going to show you what percent your battery is for your Apple Watch. But if we click on this right here, you're going to see it's going to show how much percent you have left. When you turn on low power mode, you actually have the ability to use 60% of your hours with one single charge. So this comes in very handy to save battery. We don't need to turn that on right now because I'm at 83%. But if you're ever getting low, you can just turn that on. It's going to reduce some of the features and reduce some of the settings so you can save that battery and use your Apple Watch for longer. And then next we have our ringer right here. So by turning this on or clicking this button, essentially all your notifications are going to be silenced when you receive them. Right now I have it turned on, but all you have to do to just turn that off is click that right here. Pretty self-explanatory. Then next we have theater mode. And with theater mode, it turns on silent mode and keeps your screen dark until you tap the screen or press the digital crown or the side button. This is essentially when you're watching a movie or you're at a movie theater and you don't want to have any notifications go off or you don't want the screen to be super bright with your Apple Watch. By turning on theater mode, that's going to be prevented. So this is one thing to keep in mind when using your Apple Watch Ultra. And then next, we also have our walkie-talkie. So essentially with your walkie-talkie, what you can do is you can actually communicate with other friends. You don't have to speak on a phone. You can actually use your walkie-talkie app on your Apple Watch. So this comes in handy if any of your friends have an Apple Watch and you want to communicate with them that way. So next we have Do Not Disturb. And if you have an iPhone, I'm pretty sure you know what Do Not Disturb is. By turning this on, all your notifications are going to be silenced. You won't receive any input of what you're receiving on your Apple Watch. And if we click on it right here, you have a few options you can choose from. We have standard Do Not Disturb, personal, work, and sleep mode. One of the best features that I recommend using that I use all the time is sleep mode. I'm going to dive into how to use this later. There's actually a sleep app that comes with the Apple Watch Ultra that offers tons of cool features to help you increase your sleep. So I'll walk you through that later, but that's a super cool app. Then next on the control center, we have our flashlight. And this is pretty cool. If you just turn this on right here, your screen's going to light up white just like this, acting as a flashlight, which is super cool. If you ever need to use that and you don't want to pull out your iPhone, you can just turn that on right here through your Apple Watch. And you have a few options on how bright you want your flashlight to be. So we have our standard right here, but if we swipe left, it's going to start blinking like that. And we also have this cool red light, which is not available on other Apple Watches. This must be brand new on the Apple Watch Ultra. So this is one of the flashlight options you can choose if you want a red screen for your flashlight. But if we go back to the control center right here and scroll down, we have airplane mode. This is pretty self-explanatory. You just turn that on when you're on an airplane so it doesn't interfere with the taking off of that flight. And then next we have this icon right here, which is actually super cool. And it comes in handy when you go in water with your Apple Watch and you get any water into your Apple Watch. Right here by clicking this icon, it's actually going to eject any water that got trapped in your watch. So watch what happens when I click this. I think this is pretty cool right here. And now if I turn my digital crown like this, it's going to say press and hold your digital crown to turn off water lock. So just like this, all the water is going to get removed from my Apple Watch right here. As you can see, it's unlocked and it's ejecting the water at the moment. So this is useful when you are in water and you need to eject any extra water that was trapped in your Apple Watch so you don't damage it. So just turn that on when you go in any water. And then if we go back to the control center, we also have our share play right here. So this just shows essentially what your audio is going to come out of. We have our Apple Watch, and if you have any AirPods or your iPhone near you, you can choose those to have your audio come out of as well. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to click done right here. And then next we have our text size and the ability to bold your text with this icon right here. I already showed you how to do this earlier on in the video, but you can choose any of the text size that you want right here through the control center. It says apps that support dynamic type will adjust to your preferred reading size. So if you want to adjust that, just turn this knob right here and increase it or decrease it that way. And then lastly, in our control center, we have our hearing icon. And I already walked you through a little bit about this, but this essentially shows how loud your audio is that you're listening to. I don't have a headphone in at the moment, but say I had my AirPods in, for example. If I was listening to music too loud, the Apple Watch Ultra will actually detect how loud that noise is and let me know if I need to decrease that and make the according changes. So this is one of the other features, but this is essentially all the features in the control center right here. Tons I just walked through. So if you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. But we also can click edit right here and you can choose which ones or which icons you want in the control center to be shown. I have all these, and if you want to remove them, you just click this minus button right here. And then you can also add some right here like school time. I'll dive into that later. But this is how you edit and use your control center on your Apple Watch Ultra. Like I previously mentioned, if you exit out and just go swipe down like this, it's going to take you right to the control center on your Apple Watch Ultra. But let's dive into some other features.
If you're still using old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning charging cables, it is time for you to say goodbye to those. Your phone has incredible Magsafe technology built right into it, which allows you to wirelessly and magnetically charge your devices. If you're going to invest so much money into an iPhone, then you should be giving yourself a premium experience, which all starts with something that you need to do every day, and that is charging your actual device. Get the absolute most out of your iPhone with LGear's 2-in-1 lightning charging stand. This stand allows you to magnetically and wirelessly charge both your iPhone and your AirPods simultaneously. Place your phone anywhere on the sleek charging stand and you're going to feel that magnet automatically attach right to your phone. LGear wanted to make sure that you can use your phone for all of its uses without having to take it off the stand, which is why they included dual coil technology so you can use your phone both vertically and horizontally in landscape mode. This means that you can still send your messages, emails, or anything else, or you can flip your phone sideways and watch your favorite videos and movies while your phone is still being charged in the background. This stand is made with the highest quality materials like metal and tempered glass, and they also put non-slip silicone on the bottom of the stand. LGear used official MagSafe technology, so you never need to worry about your phone falling off the stand or having to fidget around with your phone to get it in the right position. As I already mentioned, this is a 2-in-1 lightning charging stand, so you can charge two devices at the same time by using the second wireless charger on the back of this stand. This is perfect for charging a pair of headphones or even a second iPhone. Wait no longer and finally go upgrade your charging experience by going to LGear.com. Stop using those old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning cables and upgrade to the 2-in-1 lightning charging stand that's perfect for your desk or your nightstand, and it's also being sold at an incredibly discounted rate. So go to LGear.com. The link's on the screen and down in the description. Enjoy.
Now, School Time's actually a brand new feature that comes with the Apple Watch Ultra. It's a brand new icon in your control, so I just wanted to talk to and bring it up to you guys. So for School Time blocks apps and complications. It also turns on Do Not Disturb mode. Emergency calls and notifications will still break through. And to exit School Time, just turn the digital crown. So essentially, if you're in class or you're in some sort of study hall, you can actually turn on School Time so you don't have any distractions. It'll turn on Do Not Disturb so you can focus and increase your productivity. So that's one new feature on the Apple Watch Ultra, but let's dive into the rest of them. There's also one feature I forgot to talk about regarding the power button on your Apple Watch Ultra. So it's for Apple Pay. So I didn't set that up earlier in the video and I still have to do that. But if you want to access your Apple Pay directly through your Apple Watch, all you have to do is just double click your power button like this. Just like that, it's going to take me to my Apple Cash section on my Apple Watch. But as you can see, I have an insufficient balance. That's because I haven't set it up yet. But if you did have the chance to set this up, just by double clicking that power button, it'll take you to this Apple Cash page and you can use this to purchase anything you want or send money. The next feature I want to talk about is using Siri on your Apple Watch Ultra. Siri is a universal feature for all Apple products and it comes in very handy specifically for the Apple Watch if you don't want to pull out your iPhone and contact her that way. And there's multiple ways you can actually use Siri on your Apple Watch. The first one is actually simply by just holding down the digital crown just like this. And as you can see, the Siri tab will pop up and I can ask her anything that I'd like. Then alternatively, instead of that, if you want to just contact Siri in a different way, you can also just say her name. So for example, if I say, "Hey Siri, show me the weather."
It's currently clear and 73 degrees.
And just like that, she's going to show me the weather, and all you have to do is just say her name and it'll pop up on your Apple Watch, and you can ask her anything you like. But those are two of the main ways you can contact Siri. There's also some other features I'll show you on my iPhone later, but it's how you can use Siri on your Apple Watch Ultra. So the next thing I want to talk about is actually changing, customizing, and adding new faces to your Apple Watch Ultra. As you can see, since I just set it up, this is the only one I have at the moment, but there's tons of new features and faces they offer with this new watch, and I want to show you some of these and how you can customize your Apple Watch's face according to your preference. So for example, if we hold down on the screen just like this, it's going to zoom out and it's going to show the specific face that I have at the moment, and I can edit this in any way that I want. So if I click edit right here, now I have a few options to choose for the style. So right now we have minute right here, and if I scroll on my digital crown just like this upwards, basically I have a new option to choose for the style. I have hour and I have minute. So I'm going to keep minute like this just for the sake of this video. We can scroll left and we can choose the bezel right here. So this is my latitude and longitude option. And then you also have, this is the only option you actually have for the specific watch. The other one is none. So I'm going to keep it at latitude and longitude just like that. And then we also have the color. So you can choose from tons of different color options. Essentially any color that you want, you can choose with the specific Apple Watch. All these options are going to show you before you actually make that your specific face, but I like the one we're at. But if you want to choose any of these other colors, you can gladly do so. Then lastly, we have complications. So right now we have a few complications we can look at. I have my timer on the bottom left. I have my activity on the bottom right. And I also have the UV index on the top, and I can change any of these depending on what I want to add. Like I said, I like where this one is at. I think this watch face is actually super cool. So I'm going to keep all these changes the same, but this is one of the options you can choose for your Apple Watch Ultra's face. So now if you want to add a new face to your Apple Watch, you do it in a similar fashion to customizing. So if we hold down on the screen just like this, then scroll right, you'll have the option to add a new face just by clicking this plus button right here. So if we do that, you can look at all the new watch faces. They have some standard ones that come with the previous Apple Watches as well. All of these right here, but let's look at the new watch faces because I actually haven't taken a look at these yet, and I'm sure some of them are super cool. So we have our standard astronomy, we have lunar, metropolitan, modular, playtime, and we also have portraits and wayfinder. So I have the wayfinder in right now, but for example, if we want to add modular right here, we can click add right here, and we can choose the background like we did with the previous watch face. And then you can scroll, you can look at the color and the other complications that come with it, and you can choose these according to your needs. But this is how you add new watch faces, continuing add them right here just by clicking this plus button, adding a new one. Then say you want to change between them, all you have to do is just hold down and swipe and choose which one you want at that specific moment. I'm going to keep the Wayfinder one because that's the brand new one that we have on the Apple Watch Ultra. But this is how you choose some of the faces, and also on top of this, you can also choose new faces on the iPhone itself. I'll show you the watch app later on in this video and all the customizations you can do with that. This is how you choose faces and customize them on your Apple Watch Ultra. There's also some cool features that you can customize on the settings app on your Apple Watch Ultra. You can do this on the Apple Watch itself, or you can do it on your iPhone. I'll show you the watch app later on the iPhone. But if we click on settings right here, I want to go to general right here because these are some of the cool features. So for example, we have orientation, which I already showed you. If you click on that, you can choose which wrist you want to have your Apple Watch on. I have my left one at the moment, and you can also choose which side you want the digital crown on. I prefer having on the right side of the Apple Watch, but if you wanted your Apple Watch reversed, you can choose the left side as well. So that's a little bit about the orientation. Then the other one I wanted to talk about is nightstand mode. So nightstand mode is a super cool feature. It's available on other Apple Watches, but since the Apple Watch Ultra has the biggest screen, I think it works the best with this one. And with nightstand mode, you can actually use the Apple Watch as a nightstand clock while it's charging overnight. So essentially, while you're sleeping, it's going to be plugged into your Apple Watch's charger, and it'll actually act as a nightstand clock right here. So if you have any alarm set on your Apple Watch, the screen will gently brighten in the minutes leading up to it. So say you have an alarm at 7:45, as it gets closer to 7:45, the screen's going to get brighter and brighter until the point where it hits 7:45, and that alarm's going to go off and your screen's going to be fully bright as it can be with this nightstand mode. This works really well if you don't have like a nightstand clock. You can use your Apple Watch instead. Now you can also enable screenshots on your Apple Watch, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know if you have to use a screenshot for your Apple Watch, but it's cool to know that you have this as an option. So if we click on screenshots right here, you can turn that on. I have it off at the moment, but if I turn this on, all I have to do is just click the side button or the power button and the digital crown at the same time to take a screenshot. So for example, if I do that right now just like this, it just took a screenshot. And if you go to your iPhone to double check, I'm sure you'll see it in the photos section of your iPhone. But this is pretty cool. You can take a screenshot with your Apple Watch if you didn't know how to do that. All you have to do is just turn on enable screenshots in your settings. And if we go back and go to dock right here, this is one of the options you can do with the power button on your Apple Watch Ultra. So I previously showed you if you click the power button once, it's going to take you to all the recent apps that were open and you can clear them that way. But if you go back to settings, instead of having the recent app pop up when you click that power button, you can actually have your favorite apps. So I don't have any favorite apps at the moment, but the ones that will pop up when I click that power button are the apps that I'll actually use the most often. The Apple Watch will pick what you recently used and the apps that you use the most for this favorite section. So if you click on that and then click the power button, all your favorite apps and the ones that you use the most will pop up on the power button on your Apple Watch Ultra. So this is completely up to you, but this is how you can change your dock settings by clicking the power button and going to settings. But if we go back and scroll down to action button, you can also customize it that way right here. So I previously set up with the action button. I want that to signify and start a workout when I click that action button right here. But if you click right here, you can actually choose what you want for your action button. As I previously showed you, we have stopwatch, waypoint, backtrack, dive, flashlight, shortcut, tons of options to choose from. And you can also have none if you want, but I definitely recommend having that because the action tool is a super new feature and super cool feature on the Apple Watch Ultra. But since the workout app is pretty self-explanatory, I want to show you some of the other options that you have with the Apple Watch's action button. So for example, if we go to settings and we click on backtrack, for example, and now if we click the action button, this is one of the super cool ones right here, you can actually start a backtrack. And what that means, your Apple Watch can record your route in case you get lost. So it'll know where you are and it can actually help you get back to the location if you are lost for some reason. Like I said, the Apple products actually introduced a ton of new safety options with their products. And this is one of the new ones with backtrack. So if you click start right here, it's going to show you where you are and also help you find your recent location in case you get lost. But let's go back to settings right here and let's try dive right now. So for example, if we click dive right here, basically what's going to happen is if we click the action button, now it's going to show how deep I am in that water, how fully submerged I am. It's going to show me that depth and I can still use my Apple Watch no matter how far I am underwater. I'm pretty sure the limit is 100 meters, which is super deep, but this is super cool. I'm also going to walk through the depth app later because it comes on the Apple Watch itself. But this is one of the other options you have on the action button. And then next we can also add a flashlight as our action button setting. So if we do this, I already showed you a little bit about the flashlight, but now if we click the action button this time around, it's going to take me to the flashlight and I can turn on all the different modes for this flashlight. And if I want to turn it off, I just double click that action button again. And now I'm back on the homepage of my Apple Watch. But if you want to change any of your action settings, all you have to do is just go to settings and go to the action button right here. You can also have none, but I prefer having the workout. Completely up to you though, but this is a brand new feature I think is super cool, and just know that you can access that in the settings of your Apple Watch Ultra. And in addition to the workout section for your action button, if you scroll down, there's a few gestures I also want to show you. So you can press once to start a workout and that'll start that workout and that timer for that specific workout. But if you press it a second time, this actually allows a second action to take charge, and you can actually run multiple workouts at once in case you didn't know that. So just by clicking it once, you'll start one workout, but if you want to do a secondary action, you just click that twice. You can also press both buttons, the power button and the action button, to pause that specific workout if you want to take a break. Then lastly, if you hold down the action button, similar to the power button, if you hold this down, what's going to happen, it's going to turn on the emergency sections like the sirens and other emergency features. So this is a little bit about the action button. Let's go back to settings. I want to show you some features in accessibility now. And if we go to accessibility, a lot of these features are self-explanatory, but there's one I actually want to talk about that's pretty new. It was on the previous Apple Watch, but like I said, the Apple Watch Ultra is better. So if we go to assistive touch, that's the one I want to talk about. And if we go to that and turn this on, essentially what it's going to say is now that you can use certain hand gestures to activate certain signals or commands on your Apple Watch. So for example, if we go to hand gestures right here and we scroll down to example double clench, as you can see we have pinch, double pinch, clench, and double clench. I'll click double clench right now. So for example, watch what happens when I double clench my fist. It's going to take me to the next option. Just like that, it's moving forwards, and I can choose any of these actions, but if I keep clenching my fist twice, it's gonna move for my Apple Watch. I don't actually have to touch it with my other hand. I can just use my fist to actually move, go forwards with these gestures. So this is super cool. And like I said, if you go back, you can choose tons of different hand gestures like pinch, double pinch, clench, depending on whatever you wanna do. This is pretty cool. This is the assistive touch section on your Apple Watch. Feel free to give it a try when you get the chance. I recommend it. It's a pretty easy and cool way to navigate your Apple Watch Ultra. But let's go back to settings right here. As you'll see, there's tons of options to choose in settings like battery, privacy and security, SOS, passcode, sound and haptics, tons to choose from. A lot of these are self-explanatory, so I'm not going to walk you through all of these, but I just want to show the accessibility and the action button specifically. But just go to settings if you want to look up and find any more information. You can also go to the tips app on your Apple Watch or your iPhone to find out more information as well. But let me show you some new features and some new apps on the Apple Watch Ultra. Did you know you can actually use your Apple Watch Ultra to help wash your hands and set a timer for how long you need to wash your hands. If you go to settings and go to hand washing right here, it's actually going to say the Apple Watch can detect when you're washing your hands and start a 20-second timer. So now whenever you put your hands under a sink to wash your hands, the Apple Watch Ultra will actually pick that up and start a timer for 20 seconds, which is the standard amount of time you should wash your hands for. And it'll actually let you know when you're done washing your hands and that 20 seconds is up. So I recommend turning this on just to get an idea of how long you're washing your hands for, so you can have that standard 20-second time when doing so. And if we scroll down right here, you can actually turn on hand washing reminders as well. And you can receive a notification if you haven't washed your hands within a few minutes of returning to your house. So you can turn this on, but this is a super cool feature if you want to help wash your hands using your Apple Watch Ultra. So there's a few new apps that come with the Apple Watch Ultra that are brand new that I want to talk about. And the first one is Sirens. Now, I already previously explained to you how Sirens work, but if you click on this app right here, it's going to show you the Sirens battery percentage, which is at 75%, which is the same as your Apple Watch. And say you fall down, you're in an emergency situation, and you need others to hear you and you can't speak, you actually can turn on the siren and that'll alert people around you to get some assistance and help. You can also do emergency calls as well. But listen to the noise when I click this plays button right here. You're going to see it's very loud, and it actually can help bring people towards you if you're in a situation where you need some help. And as you can see, as it goes around before the time's up, it gets louder and louder. So the louder it gets, the more likely people will be able to help you out. So I definitely recommend turning that on when you're in a situation where you're going to need some assistance if you fall down or you can't speak. Just turn on the Sirens app right here through your Apple Watch. It comes in very handy in those certain situations. But let's go back to the apps right here. And the next app I want to talk about is the Sleep app. So I use this on a daily basis with my phone and my previous Apple Watch. It comes in very handy to improve your sleep quality every single night. So if we click on the Sleep app, you're going to see there's a few options. So when I got my iPhone, I set my bedtime to 12 a.m. and my alarm at 7:45 a.m. So this actually translated over from my iPhone to my Apple Watch Ultra when I got it, but you can customize and you can check out your full schedule just by clicking that right here. And now we have our sleep schedule turned on, and I have it on every day, but you can always customize this and you can add a new schedule if you want. You can choose a sleep goal. So you want to choose how many hours you want to sleep, and it'll actually track that metric for you to see if you're getting that amount of sleep that you put in for your goal. So if we click that right here, you can choose how long you want to get your sleep in for. I have 7 hours, which is a standard time for people my age. Then if we go back, you can also choose a wind down option. I have it off at the moment, but by turning it on, essentially you can reduce distractions before your bedtime to help you relax, and this will help you start your sleep focus earlier. So essentially what this means is a lot of us like to spend time on our phones or our devices before we go to bed, but that actually can strain our eyes and also affect our sleep in a negative way. So if you want to actually increase your productivity while you're sleeping and increase the quality of your sleep, you can turn on this wind down mode, and it'll actually reduce these distractions before you go to bed, so you're not inclined to go on your Apple Watch or your phone, which I definitely recommend turning on. The Apple Watch does a great job at helping you with your health and quality of your well-being. So this is one way you can do it with the Sleep app. You can customize your schedule and do any other features that you'd like with the sleep schedule on the Sleep app on your Apple Watch. But the next app I want to talk about isn't anything new, and it comes with all of your Apple devices, and that is iMessage right here. So you're probably thinking, why do I need to explain anything about iMessage? But the Apple Watch Ultra, due to its large screen, it actually makes it very easy for texting, probably easier than you expected, and also does a lot of customizations and shortcuts that help you send out messages. So let's dive into this, and I'm going to show you how this works right here. It's going to show all my previous messages right here, but say I want to create a new message right now. I can actually add the contact and create a message, but if I want to create a message, I can choose some suggestions that they already give me, making it easier to write that message. So for example, you can say, okay, yes, no, thank you, can I call you later? All these are easy ones that you can send, and you can also add shortcut messages by creating one right here. So that's one way you can actually type out messages using your Apple Watch. But if you actually want to use your finger to actually type in a message opposed to just clicking a button to send suggested messages, all you have to do is just click create message right here or write that right here. And now to type, it's actually pretty easy to do. All you have to do is just swipe from one letter to the next, and you're going to see it's much easier than you expected. So if I want to say, hey, how are you, it's going to pick up what I'm trying to say and put that as a word for suggestions. But as you can see, it was pretty easy when I typed that. There was no hassle. So if you want to use your Apple Watch to text, you can definitely do it. Like I said, the Apple Watch Ultra has a very large screen covering almost the whole exterior of the Apple Watch, making it very easy to text and send messages. So if you want to send out messages, go give it a try. I definitely recommend it. It's not as bad as you expect. But let's go back to the other apps in this Apple Watch. I want to take a quick break from the video to introduce to you guys Rakuten, the best app to get cash back and other great deals. With Rakuten, you're going to be able to shop at stores you love and earn great rewards and other great deals just by using this app. And also with our exclusive link with Rakuten, you're going to be able to earn an additional $30 just by using it. So I'm going to show you guys how to access that link and earn your free $30 right now. Claim your free $30 from Rakuten using this exclusive link. All you want to do is just go to Safari or any web browser you have and type in bit.ly/getebatesbonus. That is bit.ly/getebatesbonus. Now that's in the link in the description as well of this video, and it's on the screen right here, so make sure to check those out to find it at the end of this video. But this link is exclusive to AppFind, so you only can get this $30 from using this link. So we made sure to get you guys the best rewards possible through this partnership, and you guys are also supporting our channel by doing this, so I want to thank you guys for that. But let's click on the link right here. It'll be in the description, like I said, and it's going to take you to this page, and it's going to say, Ark invites you to get $30 once you join and spend $30. So all you have to do is just create an account on Rakuten, which is completely free, no charges or costs involved. And once you spend that $30 on Rakuten, you're going to get a free additional $30 on top of that. So it's a win-win because you're going to be able to get free $30, and you're going to be able to get cash back while shopping at your favorite stores. So all you have to do is just put in your email and create a password, and then you are good to go with this exclusive link with Rakuten. Before using our exclusive link, I want to show you guys the Rakuten app. It is right here. It is super easy to use and navigate. It has up to 3,500 plus stores where you can earn cash back and other great rewards. So odds are that if there's 3,500 plus stores, one of these are going to be your favorite stores to shop at. So you're losing money if you would essentially do not download this app and use our exclusive link to get that extra $30. But as you can see, there's tons of different sections to choose from. Stores our members love. For example, we got Macy's and Walmart. At Macy's, you can earn 10% cash back. Other great deals in the category section. So if you have a specific category you want to look into for sports and goods or health and beauty or any of these, you can gladly go to do that on this category section. But if we click on sports and outdoors, for example, we're going to see Lululemon, Athleta, Adidas, all these other stores right here where you can earn cash back. We're going to click on Lululemon. It's going to show you the 2% cash back right here and more information. It's going to tell you when it expires. It's going to show you these top coupons. But this is just one of the categories of many. Anything you want to shop, essentially Rakuten will have that. So you guys definitely got to download this app. You're losing out on money if you aren't using Rakuten. And keep in mind that you're also going to get an additional $30. So you're overall saving tons of money by using our exclusive link and using Rakuten in general. And do not miss out on this opportunity, guys. Enjoy. You can also track your heart rate and your blood oxygen content right here directly through your Apple Watch, which comes in very handy. Like I said, the Apple Watch does a great job improving your health and well-being. But if you click on this right here, you're going to see it's going to take me to the heart rate. It's going to track my current heart rate and my resting heart rate. So my resting heart rate is going to be tracked while I'm sleeping because I'm resting during those times. It's going to show me what my heart rate is while I'm walking or working out. And also if I go on the fitness app, it'll also show this metric as well. But if you want to track your heart rate, you just know you can do that on your Apple Watch. Then we also have our blood oxygen level right here. So you can actually measure your blood oxygen content. You want to have your blood oxygen levels between 99 and 100%. That signifies good levels of blood oxygen. And here's some good tips that you can take to take a good measurement. So if we click next right here, you want to make sure your watch is not too low on your wrist and your watch band should be snug but comfortable. And if we click next right here, you're going to see keep your watch facing up and try not to move. Resting your wrist on the table can help as well. So let's try this out. Let's click done right here. And now it's going to start measuring my blood oxygen level. It's going to count down from a timer to help me track this information. And as you can see, after my timer's up, it's going to show my blood oxygen level, which is 100%, which is a very good oxygen level to have in your blood. And just know that you can do this on your Apple Watch if you need to. And also regarding all the other health features that come with this Apple Watch, you actually have a new app that comes on this right here, and it's called the Medications app. So I don't have this set up right now, but say you want to keep track of taking your medications, you can use the health app right here to set your medication logging. It'll actually send alarms and notifications when you need to take your medication if you schedule that on your health app on your iPhone. So if you have any of these complications where you need to actually have schedules of taking your medication, just know you can use your Apple Watch to help you do so. You'll receive a little notification saying, hey, it's time to take that medication, so you'll be good to go. And the last app I want to talk about is the mindfulness app. So all of us have to take a step back every now and then, take a deep breath, and reflect on our day and our life. And you can do this with your Apple Watch Ultra with the mindfulness app. So if we click on this right here, you have two options to choose. You can either reflect for 1 minute or breathe for 1 minute. So with Reflect, each session offers a quick, simple reflection you can think about and carry with you. And it actually would take 1 minute long, and you just reflect on your day or anything that you need to think about at the moment. So before you click begin, it's going to say with slow, deep breaths, allow your body to release any tension and relax. So let's click begin right here. And now it's going to show this cool, vibrant color display right here. And it's going to go 1 minute long. And you can just sit back and think about anything that you need to and reflect on your day. Then when that time's up, it's going to let you know that you reflected and you are good to go. Then if we click end right here and go to breathe, it's a similar fashion. It's just for breathing instead of reflection right here. So when we click on this, it's a guided deep breath that can help you feel more calm, focused, centered, and as little 1 minute. So it takes 1 minute long, just like the reflection section. We click continue right here. You can actually practice your breathing and improve on your breathing as you go along. So as you can see, it's going to start to show this vibrant display going in and outwards, signifying when you should inhale and exhale right here. So you want to inhale and exhale according to this display on your screen. And by the time this is up, you're going to feel more relaxed just by following these simple steps on the mindfulness app on your Apple Watch Ultra. So make sure to do this when you get the chance. I definitely recommend doing this once or twice a day so you can just calm yourself down and reflect on all the things you appreciate in life. Now, I just showed you tons of features you can access through your Apple Watch Ultra. Some of these were beginner guide steps, and some of them are new features for all the experts out there. But you also have the Watch app on your iPhone that you can use as well, and you can customize your Apple Watch that way. So the Watch app is right here, and if you go on it, you're going to see the faces that you can choose. You can add and customize your faces according to what you want. You can see all the notifications, settings that I already previously showed you on your Apple Watch. There's not much to talk about since I already explained all this, but if we go to Face Gallery, you can choose all the faces that you want to add to your Apple Watch as well directly through your iPhone. Then you can also click Discover right here, and essentially this is going to give you some more tips about what's new on the Apple Watch Ultra and how to use it. You can choose any of these options. I definitely recommend checking this out just to get a better idea if I missed anything in this video, but feel free to check out this Discover section. You can also go to the Tips app as well. But this is a little bit about the Watch app on your iPhone, for example. But like I said, you already explained all of this on the Apple Watch itself, so I don't need to dive into too much detail, but feel free to check that out when you get the chance. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This was a complete beginner's guide covering the new Apple Watch Ultra. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like and hit the subscribe button for more great content like this. I also encourage you all to go to appfindvip.com and subscribe to our email newsletter to get the best mobile apps and games delivered directly to your email inbox. And while you're at it, go give us a follow on Instagram at AppFindVIP, where we're going to be sharing the best tips, tricks, and hidden features on all Apple Watch content out there and the iPhone. And I also encourage you guys to go to bestrewardsapps.com to see all these incredible apps like Quick Thoughts and Rakuten that allow you to earn incredible rewards and prizes right at your fingertips. These are all affiliates of ours, and they're all great apps that are worth checking out. So definitely check out all these links, you guys. They're going to be in the description of this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.